ఆపత్తుత్తారణమూర్తి, వీరభద్రమూర్తి, కిరాతమూర్తి, గజాంతికమూర్తి, త్రిపాదత్రిమూర్తి, చక్రదాన స్వరూపమూర్తి, గరుడాంతికమూర్తి, మత్స్య సంహారమూర్తి, రక్తభిక్ష ప్రదానమూర్తి,
मुस्कुराहट दिखे तो झट से सूर्य किरण रंग रंग बरसे, चरण कमल की आहट सुनने भूमि की हर अंग अंग तरसे। मुस्कुराहट दिखे तो झट से सूर्य किरण रंग रंग बरसे, चरण कमल की आहट सुनने भूमि की हर अंग अंग तरसे। नित्यानंदा नित्यानंदा आंगन में झूला झूले तो चिड़िया भक्ति सभी जा बसे, उस सन्नाटे में बहती हवा जो भी कहना था कह जाए सबसे। आंगन में झूला झूले तो चिड़िया भक्ति सभी जा बसे, उस सन्नाटे में बहती हवा जो भी कहना था कह जाए सबसे। नित्यानंदा गरि ग ग ग ग म गरि गरि ग ग ग ग र प र म प गरि ग ग ग ग म गरि सा नि द प म ग गरि ग ग ग ग म गरि गरि ग ग ग ग र प र म प गरि ग ग ग ग म गरि सा नि द प म ग।
तेरे चेहरे में अलग चेतन और गहरे नयन पावन, चेहरे में अलग चेतन और गहरे नयन पावन।
मुस्कुराहट दिखे तो झट से सूर्य किरण रंग रंग बरसे, चरण कमल की आहट सुनने भूमि की हर अंग अंग तरसे। आंगन में झूला झूले तो चिड़िया भक्ति सभी जा बसे, उस सन्नाटे में बहती हवा जो भी कहना था कह जाए सबसे।
नित्यानंदा
गरि ग ग ग ग म गरि गरि ग ग ग ग र प र म प गरि ग ग ग ग म गरि सा नि द प म ग गरि ग ग ग ग म गरि गरि ग ग ग ग र प र म प गरि ग ग ग ग म गरि सा नि द प म ग।
क्षयहस्त नित्यानन्द भववैद्या नित्यानन्द क्षयहस्त नित्यानन्द भववैद्या नित्यानन्द परमपुरुष नित्यानन्द परमपुरुष नित्यानन्द विडदिवास नित्यानन्द परमपुरुष नित्यानन्द विडदिवास नित्यानन्द 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 करुणिसु यमगे गुरु नित्यानन्द करुणिसु यमगे गुरु नित्यानन्द
नित्यानंद नित्यानंद जय जय नामं भजे नित्यानंद नित्यानंद गुरुनाथं भजे नित्यानंद नित्यानंद जय जय नामं भजे नित्यानंद नित्यानंद गुरुनाथं भजे नित्यानंद नित्यानंद जय जय नामं भजे नित्यानंद नित्यानंद गुरुनाथं भजे नित्यानंद नित्यानंद जय जय नामं भजे नित्यानंद नित्यानंद गुरुनाथं भजे नित्यानामं भजे 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 नित्यानन्दं भजे नित्यानामं भजे नित्यानन्दं भजे नित्यानन्द नित्यानन्द जय जय नामं भजे नित्यानन्द नित्यानन्द गुरुनाथं भजे नित्यानन्द नित्यानन्द जय जय नामं भजे नित्यानन्द नित्यानन्द गुरुनाथं भजे दीनोद्धर धरणीधर भक्तोद्धर जगदोद्धर नित्यानन्द अभयङ्कर प्रलयङ्कर करुणाकर सद्गुरुवर नित्यानन्द दीनोद्धर धरणीधर भक्तोद्धर जगदोद्धर नित्यानन्द अभयङ्कर प्रलयङ्कर करुणाकर सद्गुरुवर नित्यानन्द नित्यानामं भजे गुरुनाथं भजे नित्यानामं भजे गुरुनाथं भजे नित्यानामं भजे गुरुनाथं भजे नित्यानामं भजे नित्यानन्दं भजे नित्यानामं भजे नित्यानन्दं भजे नित्यानन्द नित्यानन्द जय जय नामं भजे नित्यानन्द नित्यानन्द गुरुनाथं भजे नित्यानन्द नित्यानन्द जय जय नामं भजे नित्यानन्द नित्यानन्द गुरुनाथं भजे गुरु परमोत्तम नित्यानन्द गुरु सर्वोत्तम नित्यानन्द गुरु परमोत्तम नित्यानन्द गुरु सर्वोत्तम नित्यानन्द नित्यानामं भजे गुरुनाथं भजे नित्यानामं भजे गुरुनाथं भजे नित्यानामं भजे गुरुनाथं
என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா. ஏழாம் உடல்கள் தாண்டி நித்திய வாழ்வும் கண்டிட கேடான காலம் தன்னை வென்று நீலை நின்றிட ஏழாம் உடல்கள் தாண்டி நித்திய வாழ்வும் கண்டிட கேடான காலம் தன்னை வென்று நீலை நின்றிட சீரான பாவம் பழி நீங்கி பெரும் வாழ்வினை கொண்டாட நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் தன்னை நெய்தவா சீரான பாவம் பழி நீங்கி பெரும் வாழ்வினை கொண்டாட நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் தன்னை நெய்தவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா. நிலையில்லாய் வாழ்வில் நித்தியமாய் விளங்கும் ஆனந்தம் கரையில்லா ஆனந்தத்தை தடை செய்திடும் மடமனும் நிலையில்லாய் வாழ்வில் நித்தியமாய் விளங்கும் ஆனந்தம் கரையில்லா ஆனந்தத்தை தடை செய்திடும் மடமனும் தடை தகர்த்து வெல்ல நித்யானந்தன் தந்த சூத்திரம் நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் இந்த உலகில் இணையில்லா வரும் நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் இந்த உலகில் இணையில்லா வரும் என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா. ஆழியாய் விருந்து நிற்கும் கர்மநிலை சஞ்சிதம் ஆழியாய் விருந்து நிற்கும் கர்மநிலை சஞ்சிதம் வாழும் ஜென்மத்தோடு கொண்டு வந்த பிராரப்தமா சேருகின்ற ஆசைகளால் கூடிடும் ஆகாமியம் சேருகின்ற ஆசைகளால் கூடிடும் ஆகாமியம் வீழும் மூன்று கர்மம் நித்யானந்தன் வழி சென்றிட வீழும் மூன்று கர்மம் நித்யானந்தன் வழி சென்றிட என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா. ஊடுகிறாய் உலவுகின்ற போதும் நம்மை சாடுவர் வீடாத துயில் தழுவ மனதை விட்டு நீக்குவர் ஊடுகிறாய் உலவுகின்ற போதும் நம்மை சாடுவர் வீடாத துயில் தழுவ மனதை விட்டு நீக்குவர் ஆயுள் தாண்டி விட்ட போதும் ஆண்டு கொள்ளும் மீட்பராய் தோன்றுகின்ற நித்யானந்த சத்குருவின் கீடவர் ஆயுள் தாண்டி விட்ட போதும் ஆண்டு கொள்ளும் மீட்பராய் தோன்றுகின்ற நித்யானந்த சத்குருவின் கீடவர் என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா. போதும் திட்டமிட்ட சொந்தம்தான். கொண்ட வந்த மக்கள் யாவும் தீர்வில்லாத நோய்களாம். தந்தை தாயுமான போதும் திட்டமிட்ட சொந்தம்தான். கொண்ட வந்த மக்கள் யாவும் தீர்வில்லாத நோய்களாம். ஈடுகாட்டில் இட்ட பின்பும் முக்தி தந்து ஏற்றிடும் ஈடிணை இல்லாத ஒரே சொந்தம் குரு நித்யனாம். ஈடிணை இல்லாத ஒரே சொந்தம் குரு நித்யனாம். என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா, தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் ஞானம் அளித்தவா. என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா, தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் ஞானம் அளித்தவா.
Om. 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 I bless you all with the initiation of Paramadvaita. Om. 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 Blessings to everyone who has joined through internet and internet. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam Paramadvaitam. The state, space, powers, being, and superconsciousness, and Kailasa, Maha Kailasa, Paramashiva, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures: no photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions: please be aware of the important cautions. Science of manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The Shastra Pramana, the authentic scriptures, Shrutis, Vedagamas, stand as a foundation for Hinduism. Apta Pramana, authentic, time-tested, foolproof compilation of the experience of the sages, rishis, and enlightened masters, which is in terms with the Shastra Pramana. Atma Pramana, with the Apta Pramana, a guru is able to experience and live the truth claimed by the Shastra to the world, and Pratiksha Pramana, having the truth validated by the scientific study. All the Pramanas were given again and again for us to move from what we understand to have a cognitive shift to the deeper consciousness. For the power of depth dimension, the scriptural reference is from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.16. Suddha Tattva Sandhanatva Apashakti. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, by fixing the self and aiming at the pure essence, cognizing from the depth of one's being that all that exists is Paramashiva, the pure essence, Suddha Tattva, and attaining and uniting with the pure essence, existential reality, Paramashiva, he experienced Paramashiva and manifests Paramashiva's infinite powers. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully explains that how that everything that exists is Paramashiva. Other than Paramashiva, nothing exists. When Buddha was asked by his disciple, why don't you give enlightenment to everyone? Buddha said, okay, I will give, but who is ready? Are they available? And then he asked, you can go and ask if anybody is available. I am ready to give anybody. And then they go and ask everyone, and finally found out that disciple comes and says, 2 people are interested. And he said, okay, bring the 2 people, we'll give enlightenment. But then he said, oh, they want you to come and give the enlightenment. That is the amount of interest is there, is because Bhagavan says, out of the crore and crore people, very rarely people are even inclined to the greater science, that all that this is happening is just a dream. There is nothing other than the dream. Nobody is ready to accept it, and nobody is ready to go beyond it and take the responsibility that we all exist as consciousness, which is there in the ultimate space. Bhagavan says, when we are in the deep sleep and dream state, we are constantly in that space of oneness, in the deep sleep. Same thing is what is available. Even if a person is going through accident, but in sleep, he is the same thing. He does not have any pain. He is in the fullest space of Paramashiva. And that can be realized when we establish our thoughts, our mind, and our consciousness into all the attention into the consciousness that we can experience as reality. Constantly, when we are established in the space of oneness with Paramashiva, then we can tap the whole space of Paramashiva as our reality. That is what is melting in Paramashiva. Here, beautifully from Srimad Bhagavatam, after meeting Krishna's friend Sudama, Krishna and his elder brother Balarama was walking, and they meet the hunchback, Trivakra, the 3 bends in her body, and she was taking an ointment for Kamsa, the king. And Krishna saw her and said, oh, what a beauty you are. And simply she melted in the words and in Krishna. And he asked for the ointment, and she just gave it away, not realizing it is for the king that she is taking. And because she gave it away, Krishna heals her and makes her completely again beautiful. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 42. All this is a possibility in each one of us to experience the oneness and experience the higher reality, higher intelligence, that we can create our body the way we want and how we want. All this science is available for each of us, and we can experience all this deeper truth. Bhagavan Paramashiva here beautifully speaks on the great truth.
This is the technique. Please understand. Enlightened lifestyle prepares you for the extraordinary experiences techniques gives you extraordinary experiences. Enlightenment, realization, samyama gives you extraordinary powers. See the three classification clearly. Enlightened lifestyle is more life solution. That prepares the ground, root. Then comes technique, which gives you extraordinary experiences. Then comes realization, anubhava or anubhuti, which gives extraordinary powers. If you see Jnanasambanda's life, Jnanasambandar is one of the great incarnation. He is considered to be the incarnation of Subramanya, Skanda, because Jnanasambandar had Parvati. Parvati's milk, breast milk, the enlightening milk, is considered as the incarnation of Subramanya in the Saiva Siddhanta tradition, one of the great saint. If you see his life, the experience of Devi appearing and giving enlightening milk to him leads to the samyama, realization, an expression of extraordinary powers. In his life, the life solutions did not play much role because from the very young age, he had the extraordinary experiences and powers. If you understand these three classification, many of your confusions related to spirituality will disappear. Many times, people try to think one is enough or one is higher than the other. Please understand, if you are matured, even one is not necessary. In these three, nothing is necessary. Ashtavakra, the moment he is born, he neither had experience nor had any powers, lived enlightenment. Sri Ramakrishna had all the three. Life solutions means enlightened lifestyle, and then the extraordinary experiences, and samyama, the power, realization. In Jnanasambanda's life, if you see, you will see two things. As a 3-year-old child, he did not study any shastras. He did not start going to school. He did not learn the lifestyle of enlightenment. He did not practice anything. Straight Devi appeared and gave the enlightening milk. And that experience has led to the samyama, realization. And he started expressing extraordinary powers. Neither one is higher than the other, nor one is lower than the other. For ordinary people, all the three are required. Don't try to have just one, not the other. If you have only technique, you may have extraordinary powers, but you may not have enlightened lifestyle, the lifestyle of compassion, love, the nervous system to radiate the joy. You may be missing that. I have seen many street magicians in India. They have real powers. Please understand, they are not just doing some magic. They have miraculous powers. I myself have seen that the streets, some of the tribes who are followers of one or two of the techniques. They will follow just one or two techniques and have one or two powers. I have seen them converting ash into kumkum, just an ordinary rope into snake. It is not magic, it's a real power. They play with the miraculous powers. But they miss an important dimension of life, the enlightened lifestyle. Because of that, these powers are not useful to their life. It is not useful to others' life. Yesterday somebody asked me, Swamiji, I have studied many of the spiritual philosophies, organizations, followers. I have read many spiritual literatures, modern day spiritual organization. One thing I can distinctly see the difference with your teachings and your organization. Your teachings, either your teachings or your disciples, so intense in everything. How is this, Swamiji? How do you manage it? That is why I have to suffer so much. Really. See the amount of intensity. I don't cut brinjals. I cut diamonds. Understand, when you cut brinjal, the stress and strain is lot less. The pressure you need to apply is lot less. The work you need to do is lot less. But when you cut diamond, the stress and strain is too much. Even if you pour millions of liters of coolants, coolants become steam in the heat produced. My love is the coolant. But how much ever I produce, I pour the coolants. The very heat I create makes all the coolant into steam. If you know the diamond cutting process, you will understand what I am saying. Coolant is usually used to reduce the stress and strain during the cutting process, the grinding process. In Manasarovar,
Beautifully Bhagavan explained. Here you can see how the Balasans of Nithyananda Gurukul were able to demonstrate the power of bending the spoon. Again and again we can see how it reflects. It's not just the spoon bending, how they were able to connect to the higher intelligence. It simply manifested through them. Is only reason that they can capture this greater dimension into their physical reality that enhances their intellectual growth and maturity of even studying, grasping, memorizing. Everything starts happening in much beautiful way when they manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Direct implication of whatever Paramashiva is giving as a high energy reflects in our life in a beautiful way as auspiciousness, abundance, and bliss. Here, all we are going to do is once you have kept the spoon or fork or anything to bend, you take a picture because sometimes it moves, sometimes it vibrates, sometimes it becomes hot and it just bends in one corner. So whatever, you take a picture of it, and after that put away your gadgets, put away your fork, everything, and all you need to do is just sit and chant. Yes, don't touch the spoon or fork. It can be there, but don't touch it or do anything with your hand. Let it just happen through you as Shakti. Like Bhagavan said, the street magician does it. And it is possible because they use their mind power, which is the Siddhi. But that is not what we are going to experience. The Shakti, let Bhagavan flow through us. And when we melt the identity in the space of oneness, from the enlightened space, these manifestations happen when you are in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. From the Samadhi, he teaches us to manifest these greater signs. because more and more we are able to manifest this, we know that everything can be pulled out from our very core being. Because of the initiation of the Guru, we can experience all this truth as reality. Now all we need to do is sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring Paramashiva to your third eye. Absolute unclutching from anything that you know. All your knowledge, all your ideas, views, opinion, questions, drop at Bhagwan's lotus feet. Let it merge into that oneness space and complete completion that whatever you're going through is just only a dream. Beyond that, there exists a space. Who you are is established as Paramashiva. Let's take the responsibility in chanting the Mahavakya, deeply connecting to Paramashiva and experiencing the higher realities. Now, let's chant the Mahavakya intensely for a few minutes and dissolve ourselves in gratitude and love and experience the power of depth dimension. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.